Hello artists and crafters, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to share with you some beautiful pressed flower arts and craft projects, while taking you on a journey through history to uncover the tradition of using pressed flowers in arts and crafts. Japanese art of oshibana. In Japan, the art of oshibana, which translates to pressed flower, has a long history that dates back centuries. It was originally used as a way to preserve the beauty of flowers throughout the year. Oshibana developed into a refined art form, with artists arranging pressed flowers into intricate scenes, motifs, and even traditional Japanese paintings. When attending craft shows or shopping at thrift stores, we see the inspiration of oshibana art still thrives. Let's start with our first historically inspired pressed flower art piece. You will need watercolors or another type of paint, like inks, acrylics, etc. You also need Mod Podge or another type of glue, paintbrushes, shadow box frames, and a pencil. If your paper is too thin, it will warp. It is best to tape it to a hard board or countertop and let it dry on there. For this pressed flower home decor piece, you can draw any type of simple vase, scene, or just paint a beautiful watercolor background, and then artfully arrange your dried flowers. The flowers will mimic what they would look like in real life, so all you need to do is add a scenery where the flowers would fit in. Or you could arrange the flowers into a pattern to fill an area. I brought these to 3 craft shows, and people seemed genuinely interested, and I even sold one. So this may be a craft that you could sell if you love painting and pressed flowers, or give as a gift. For this craft, you'll need a shadow box frame. I got these frames from IKEA for a couple of dollars. What I like about these frames is the shadows make the flowers look 3D and still alive. Another oshibana-inspired craft are hand-painted and dried flower bookmarks. For these bookmarks, you will need watercolor paper, paints, paintbrushes, a selection of dried flowers, a laminator with cover sheets, and, if you like, some tassels. I usually cut the watercolor paper to about 1.5 or 2 inches by 6 inches. It's pretty close to the standard bookmarks you will find in stores. Some simple design ideas are leaves, or just a simple painted background. Once you have decided where your leaves are going to go, you can use the smallest bit of glue to keep your dried flowers down. Once your glue is dry, place it in your laminator sleeves and put it through your laminator. Cut out the bookmarks with about 1/4 of an inch around the edge, and then run them through the laminator again to make sure all the edges are sealed. After that, I added some tassels. You'll need a hole punch to add the tassels. I also made a bookmark with some handmade paper with added dried flowers, which just features the flowers for a simpler look. To make handmade paper, check out my video here. Now on to the Victorian era. Step with us into the grandeur of the Victorian era, where the love for elaborate decor and sentimentality intertwine. The Victorian era is often associated with the widespread popularity of pressed flower art as a form of decoration and expression. During this time, botanical collecting and preserving were in vogue. People would gather and press flowers to create intricate designs and arrangements. These pressed flower creations were used in various ways, including adorning stationery, wall hangings, creating scrapbooks, and even embellishing clothing. For this, we are going to create standing or hanging artwork. For this craft, we are going to use Victorian pictures as inspiration. These are often available in antique or thrift stores. For this craft, you will need a couple of photos of yourself or family, or you can use vintage or antique photos. I have our wedding photos and some photos I took of our daughter and her new puppy. You can use either an app, or if you have Photoshop, open that up and add on 2 adjustment layers to make the photos have an older look. Once you have your photos uploaded in Photoshop, add on a black and white adjustment layer and that way you can adjust the brightness of each color in the photo, then add on a color lookup profile layer. Either one of these are good, and then you can adjust the colors in the black and white layer until you get something you like. Now you just need to print them. You could use your printer or get them done at Staples or somewhere else. I got this little Canon printer off a Black Friday deal once, and it's awesome for scrapbooking and other craft projects. It's a Canon Selfie. And now your photos are ready to be added to your frames. For the frames, you can get this double-sided glass one at the dollar store. They had a variety there. I have also bought some off Amazon, but they are a little bit too small for what I wanted. And this gold one with the chain and stand is from IKEA. Now is the fun part. You get to arrange all your photos and flowers. You can loosely use the rule of thirds, or you can arrange it according to how you like it. I find it easier to move the flowers to prevent breaking them with tweezers. I then carefully slip some glue or sticky putty under the photos to hold them down. The tension of the frames will help everything stay put. And there is your Victorian-inspired art piece with dried flowers. The frames give two different looks. This one fits right in with our daughter's antique dolls. And our wedding photos fit in with our more modern bedroom. Fast forward to the present, and we find ourselves in the midst of a renewal of interest in pressed flower art. Whether it's in the form of resin jewelry or home decor, pressed flowers allow us to capture the fleeting beauty of the outdoors in lasting creations. Now we will do some pressed flower art that combines a bit of old and new. For this, we are making buttons, or they can be used as magnets. For these, you will need paper, flowers, a button maker, or some of these if you don't have a button press. Find a paper you like, and some very small pressed flowers. Cut the paper to fit the size of your button. Most button making machines consist of a shell, a backing, and a clear plastic cover. Place your design on the backing and cover it with clear plastic. Open the button making machine and place the assembled parts inside. Close the machine and press it down to crimp the button parts together. Open the machine and your button should be complete. Remove it and your custom button is ready to use. If you're going to make a magnet, don't put the closure on the back. And make sure you choose magnets that won't scratch your fridge if you have a stainless steel fridge. One key trick to making your pressed flower artwork turn out is to use fresh flowers. If you don't know how to press your flowers for artwork, check out the video I made on the subject here. I have 2 ways in this video in which your flowers can be pressed in minutes. Do you want more flower press projects? Comment below. I've created lots over the years and I would love to share them with you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, happy crafting.